Okay, well, let's get started, though. I want to get back into this. So we were on planet Jemison in the town or whatever. You're just going to stare at me, aren't you? It's a little bit creepy, I'm not going to lie. What was my objective, then? Like, what am I supposed to do? Is there a quest log? I kind of like quest logs because, you know, I'm not... Here we go, objectives, L. Okay, we can toggle which quest is active. Sarah wanted to talk to me about my first mission. Okay, just talk to Sarah. She's the blonde lady in charge of this place. Okay.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Let's ask some more questions first. What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Okay. And how well known is your organization?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
And what do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
Okay, no point waiting longer. Let's go.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
The UC Vanguard, who is that?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Okay, voluntary militia. So other people have artifacts too, not just Constellation.
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
Yeah, I guess we can learn more about the United Colonies. Because we don't know anything about the government system that's currently in place.
Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Okay, yeah, what do I get out of this anyway? Does Constellation have a salary?
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
It's like a reputation system, maybe? You have to unlock reputation with them, and then you can get more stuff. Okay, let's go.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
As in, you don't really have rules? What do you mean, you don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught?
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means.
That's actually a great organization, so they don't care what we do. So they probably wouldn't even care if we joined the Crimson Fleet, maybe? I don't know, it's interesting. It's very different from like the Minutemen where they're super strict and all that. Okay, understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Zera is now your active companion.
I hope you're still glad you joined Constellation, Noel.
Yes, ma'am, of course. I honestly can't imagine being anywhere else.
You've been an invaluable asset to the group, Noel. Just wanted to make sure you didn't regret it.
It's not always easy, but I just remind myself that if it weren't for you, and for Constellation, I'd have no idea that any of this was going on. Your father dropped by. He left a note for you. Here.
Oh, that's right. That's right, we have a mom and dad. We have to send 2% of our salary back to them to support them. Okay, let me see here. Notes. No, notes. Note from Dad. Dear Wandy, if you could stop by home, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. Nothing urgent, but I would sure like to see you, Dad. Okay. And that would be, again, under L. You guys can't hear me okay, right? Like, I'm not speaking into the void and nobody can hear me. I didn't change any settings, so I'm assuming everything's still working okay, but... Okay, these are all side things. Okay, hear me loud and clear? Okay, cool. Alright, I guess this is the one that we're doing then. Yeah, the old neighborhood. Go and talk to Sarah's contact. Okay.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Do I have quarters here? I mean, we have them on the ship, but, do we have quarters here? I don't think we do. These are like locked doors. They'll probably open up later on, have interesting stuff in them. Maybe more of an armory and stuff in there. Okay, we're going that way. Is there a localized map? The localized map here is... it's kind of bad, honestly. It's not great. Do I have to hit... I guess maybe I can hit tab to escape from there? Do I have to escape like 5 times every time I exit that menu? It's kind of a lot. Oh, this is recycling. They're color-coded.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Right, so we can actually join UC if we want. As a faction. They're all volunteers. I don't know that I'll be like a evil character, but I'm not gonna be some goody two-shoes either, so not sure if I'll go with that or not. Kind of surprising how few people there are in this area. Ooh, storage box, alright. Do some of the more complicated ones first, yeah? If I can. I can't do this one. I can do this one though, I bet. Yeah, that'll work. Sure. And maybe this one?
Nicely done.
I literally opened up a lock and I got use a digipick and I got a digipick. Thanks, I guess. That's a Bethesda classic, isn't it? I recognize this from the trailer. That's like a war memorial. True, it was 5 experience. Ooh, Gallbank. That's a bank over there. Do you have work for me? Quests for me? I already have a bunch of quests, actually. I'm kind of regretting the companions cost double to hire now.
Like, when someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. But you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through
unity.
Huh. Yes, Andreas. Yes. Unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
He's giving me a lot to think about. Oh, hi there. I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in the Sanctum Universum?
So we found our first cult, huh? I'll hear what he has to say. Sure, I'm interested.
Glad to hear it. It's an exciting time for the church. We're growing every day, and we've been getting more interested visitors lately, too. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity. I'm wondering, would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church? Maybe all they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort, of course.
Well, it's work, sure, why not? Why not reach out to them yourself, by the way? Yeah, you could do that yourself as a member, right?
Well, that's why. We want to keep growing our community, but sometimes people can be suspicious of others who are already heavily involved in the church. A new face like yourself might make the prior visitors more comfortable with returning. And you all may learn something along the way. Either something about the church or about yourselves.
Doesn't it strike you odd, though? Like, imagine a pastor says, hey, random person off the street, would you mind going and checking up on one of my parishioners who we haven't seen for a couple days? That's very weird. But yes, of course, I'll do it.
Excellent. Their names were Tony, Evie, and Johan. When you check in with them, give them one of these slates. It's just a little something welcoming them back, if they're interested. If you want, take some time to talk with them, get to know them and why they were interested in the Sanctum University. In any case, when you're done, come back to me and I'll give you your payment.
Even just the sound of his voice is comforting, I guess. Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
Okay, but he's gone now, right? I can't go and talk to him. It's nighttime. I'm not sure what the day-night cycle is like. Is this the church?
It's something, isn't it? That first jump. It changes you, unlocks something within you. Have you felt it?
No.
The first time, one simple jump. The same as I'd made dozens of times before, and something touched me. Something warm.
Among the grav jumps. Among the grav jumps, God seeks you. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? Any common attribute invites comparison to some more pure form of it, and as we work our way up the tree of attributes, from apples to red, to color, to waveforms, to energy, to space-time, to existence, we find fewer and fewer branches to explore. All of reality eventually converges into a single point. Some call it Omega, others Telos. Some call it God, but its true nature is best understood another way. For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Say that it exists is effectively redundant, as it is in fact existence itself. Our being derives from being. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind, but what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps of a massive surging sea. Most urgently, this being, which gave rise to reality itself, seeks to understand its consequence, by which I mean you and me. Our senses are limited and only able to perceive 3 dimensions as we are helplessly flung along the 4th in a single direction. The 4th, I guess, being time? Maybe? But our finest minds tell us that the universe has at least 12 dimensions, and who knows what further knowledge may be revealed in time. From our meager capacity, the universe is not simply unexplored, but fully unknowable in any comprehensive sense. Right, we simply cannot fathom the true breadth of existence because we don't have the faculties to be able to do so. I mean, I'm kind of on board with this a little bit so far, you know? Like, it's kind of like existentialism, right? You know? But, like, this is taking it really far and making it into a cult, whereas, like, existentialism is just more like, yeah, you exist, there's no reason for it, so just find meaning in whatever gives you happiness and brings you meaning, which I'm totally on board with. But this is like, let's take that and let's turn it into a cult. Let's turn it into Scientology, which I don't like that much. And so we rely on revelation. Okay, here we go. So here's where we're saying, okay, let's make up shit, and yeah. We submit ourselves to direct communion with the one source of truth, for truth is another of its attributes, even as all the separate aspects resolve into simplicity. To know the truth, we must know the truth. Bullshit, 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 yeah. That truth wishes to know us as well. Physical embodiments are limited to movement in 3 dimensions, just as fabric is bound to the defined by its warp and weft. But we have a power that raises us above the unminded matter that merely exists without will. We can bend the fabric of space-time, rending warp from weft, peering through the veil that we may otherwise mistake for all that there is. When we do so by jumping from point to point, we are not merely moving in space, but becoming voyagers into a new level of understanding. Those moments between grav jumps are not simply nothingness, but glimpses into understanding of the mystery that underlies all reality. To know that truth is to become closer to the divine ourselves. This is the purpose of our lives. The purpose of the Sanctum Universum is to guide you in these experiences. Please be almost over. So each opportunity to know is not squandered. Seek out Aquilus, let him open your heart to the understanding that is no different from your mind, and join us as we seek further communion and increase our sharing in the nature of the divine. Yes, a lot of BS. I agree, that was a good page 3 of 3. It was nice and short. If only the rest could have been that short. What is... Oh my god! It's blood bugs! Stingwings! Do you guys hear them?
I had this grav jump once, and I don't know, I felt something. Thought I was crazy at first. Are you a member? Keeper Aquilus seems to know what he's talking about.
You just gonna hang out here at night, just kind of lay on the grass? Oh, you know what? It's not for me to judge. You do you, lady.
It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
I'm happy that, like, the dialogue between companions is not distance-based, so that, like, I don't miss what they're saying, because that was a common complaint that I had. But that was, like, she was, like, right in my freaking ear, like, right, that was really loud. That was a bit much. Like, we went from, like, 10% volume in previous games to, like, ASMR status in this game. Hope you guys are okay with me just, like, walking around the city and exploring stuff, because that's what I'm going to be doing for a bit.
Imagine how many credits flow through this place. Figuratively, of course.
I feel like the rendering thing is kicking in, and, like, it's kind of, like, because the FPS are dropping a little bit because the city's really big. And making the game look kind of bad in spots. I'm sure we'll get some stuff that improves that in the future, but it's a very big lobby with nothing in it, you know, just saying.
If there is any way I can assist you, I'd be happy to. Gal Bank makes personal finance easy. Money, as long as you have some, should never be something to worry about handling.
Now, listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you?
As in, you've got money, and I can exploit you for my benefit, right, Mr. Banker? Yeah. I'm just a starship captain, seeing what New Atlantis has to offer.
Really? Huh. You have your own ship? Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative.
You're buttering me up pretty thick.
So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, well, it's a tough field. And what I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge.
So I'm gonna be a space debt collector. Okay. How many credits are we talking about?
Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up to the worst offenders.
Okay. Tell me about the first mark.
Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam, and Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead. We don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen.
And if he doesn't pay? Yeah, what if he spent the money? What if it's gone? How do I get him to pay?
Well, you may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their Gal Bank agreements.
Is he dangerous?
Well, I mean, yes. We're not the only ones looking for him. And you don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about dodging your civic responsibilities.
And if he does die?
If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, it's A-okay for Gal Bank's bottom line if you choose him. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him.
Wonder why they care. Maybe it's like bad for their PR. Let's collect some debt.
I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current.
Decided to take a break from exploring to collect some debts? Not exactly Constellation-worthy pastime, but I'll follow your lead.
I need money, Sarah.
Note, but, not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs for me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
So he'll offer me a deal probably, but if I take it, then archives. Oh, I can't go there. Okay. Same place in this elevator? Yep, can't do it. Okay. That did give an Atomic Wrangler vibe, I agree. Outland. What is this, like fancy hotel?
You're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear for whatever adventures may await you. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have devoted their lives to distant travel. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by everything we offer.
Is companion romance a thing in Starfield? Yeah, absolutely. I know for a fact Sarah Morgan, our current companion, is romanceable eventually. Yeah, you don't use anything that you sell. You're just wearing like a cotton shirt.
I've never left the planet, so no, I do not.
You've never been to space? Not once?
Goodness, no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong, I can't stomach the thought. I prefer solid ground under my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either.
You can if you have a coffee machine. You have a lot of repeat customers here?
I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think? Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business, but that whatever they purchased had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case.
I agree, Frank. The hair shine is amazing. Like, he's got... Look, the man's got some nice hair, okay? Okay, let's see what you got for sale, man.
Yes, by all means. Have a look.
You have a cutter. That's all you have for weapons. What about spacesuits? These are all worse than mine. Okay. Worse than mine. Similar or worse than mine. Ooh, that's kind of cool though. I like that. I mean, it's worse than mine, but it's got style, you know? That's what's important, right? No. Oh wait, I'm selling. I'm looking at my stuff. I want to buy. Yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go. But it's worse than mine, yeah. Yeah, no. Wait, I can buy this? I already have this, though. Is this... Am I buying it? Wait, no, I want to... Why does it change? Whatever. Okay, he has resources. Okay, that's what he sells. I see. Okay, if I really need something, I'll come back, but I'm not going to buy... This is a junk vendor. Okay.
See you around.
It's a space junk vendor.
Wow.
This is the... Oh, this is the UC place, right? They're looking for volunteers, right? I mean, we can do a mission for them. I don't know if I'll join them in full, but I can do a mission for them.
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
Wow. Sounds like your business kind of sucks. What do you do here?
You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care.
What do you have?
I hope we have what you need.
Okay, you've actually got weapons. Very nice. Let's see. Ooh, ooh. High. Rare heavy weapon. 11 physical damage. With a massive fire rate. I can almost afford this. Armor-piercing rounds, compensated, shattering, break through even the strongest armor. Yes. Can I? Okay, there we go. Oops. I wanna look at it. No, stop doing that. Yes, Wanderer likes. The range is... I guess the range isn't bad. I'm comparing this to, like, Fallout 4 range, which is not really accurate. Cool knife, I like it. We have better, though. Whoa. This is double the damage of my other shotgun. Long barrel, laser sight. So this has really good range, actually. 24 range. For being a shotgun, right? 25, okay, yeah, 25% more attack speed. Fully automatic, but it's only got a fire rate of 18, so if I'm... That's like the same as like an automatic combat shotgun from Fallout 4. It's not that impressive, really. Okay, I'm gonna save up for this thing then. I want this. How much 7.7 mil do I have? And can I buy more here? Do you have ammo? Oh yeah, she's got a lot of... Well, you know, 438. We're gonna go through that really fast with that weapon, but yeah, she's got ammo. Yeah, I'm down with that. This is just like a random legendary, right? Like, it's nothing crazy, actually. But, yeah, it looks good. I mean, kind of weird how small the ammo capacity is on it. I mean, I think it's fine. It's just... Yeah, it holds 110 rounds. So, or no, the mag holds 300 rounds? Is that correct? So, I mean, it holds a lot in there. I guess, you know, rounds of the future are just not as... don't need to be as big or whatever. Okay, well then let's... What about, spacesuits? Marine spacesuit. Oh, this is an upgrade in every way. It's quite expensive, though, and if I'm going to buy the other thing, I don't want to spend my money on this. But this is better in every way than my current one. Okay. Better for everything but physical. Grenades? Grenades are pretty good. 100 physical damage, instance, pretty damn good. They're quite expensive, though. Amp, ship parts, lots of resources here. And they sell digipicks. I'm kind of short on these, so... And it's not that much, so I suppose I can, you know, yeah, we'll go ahead and buy this. All right, can I sell some more stuff? Do I have anything I want to sell? So they gave us this pack. I mean, it's actually a little bit better than ours. What does ours give us? Oh, this one's really good, though. It gives us the physical energy resistance to lower your health is. Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. This one just looks nice. Yeah, okay, we'll just sell it. There's nothing I really want to sell here, to be honest. Yeah, I might use this. I don't know. We'll see. Probably prefer the Eclipse energy weapon we have. But, we'll see. This is really heavy. I'm gonna go ahead and sell these. This is a lot of money. Well, I mean, it's not that much money. I'm just going to go ahead and sell this for now. I'm sure we'll get another one in the future. Keep that for whenever we're fighting aliens, I suppose. If I can ever modify this thing, it'll be good. If I can make it a semi-auto instead of being full auto, it'd be decent. Double damage on first shot. This thing, well, again, like, it's only 225, so I don't really want to sell it because it's not really worth that much. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna spend forever here.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
I've met so many interesting people from working at the distribution center. I'm on tax duty tomorrow. Can't wait.
Oh, this is the guy I need to talk to from the Sanctum University.
Really? Nice. I went there a while back. Good to see they still remember me.
They're pretty interested in seeing you again.
Gotta say that it's nice. You know, having people think about you. Because of my job, I don't really have too much free time to socialize or make friends. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. It's the best job in New Atlantis. But still, it can be hard to put myself out there sometimes. That's actually one of the reasons I went to the Sanctum University, just to talk with people and get to know them. It was nice. It really was.
Well, you should go back sometime.
Yeah, I think I will. But hey, let me ask you something. Do you believe in all this Sanctum University stuff? What do you think?
Yeah, I believe that no one can prove if it's real or not. That's the thing. It's like very ambiguous BS.
Uh-huh. Like Bigfoot. Do you know what Bigfoot is? Some monster that might have lived on Earth and had big feet. You know what? I'll just stop talking. Well, hey, I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for bringing this to me. Keep on keeping on.
Okay, so you guys know I work in a public library, right? We have a Bigfoot convention there like every couple of years, and it is massive. Like, people are obsessed with Bigfoot. They are absolutely freaking obsessed with it, and I just don't understand. But whatever, you know? A space coffee? No, space water maybe.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
Can I just walk into your back office over here? Not gonna get mad at me? I really could use some more money. I just steal your stuff and sell it back to you? It doesn't seem like it's worth my time, though, to be honest. Like, this is such a small amount of money. We need, like, thousands, you know?
Working at the distribution center can be tiring.
Settled Systems News Network, SSNN. Oh, commercial district, good. Money making district.
Oh, in front of mast, staring at trees. Sounds upset. Whatever it is, can't be that bad, right?
What?
I thought this was like one really, really wide person, but it was like two of them standing back to back in place. Okay. Slight bug there. Transit car, okay.
Sector. No, that's where the real money's at.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can I go over to this news studio place? I guess I can go over here. Where's this go to? Commercial district, upper level. Okay. Well, I can't go anywhere else over here, so I suppose. So how is it honestly? Is it worth the money? I don't think it's worth $100. I think just like wait for Game Pass and pay $10 for it, you know?
You can't go in.
I bet whoever came up with bad news travels fast wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
I hate to break it to you, but his PA is the one who signs all those cards and headshots. Mr. Barron's a very busy and important man.
But I came all this way.
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with some merch. Maybe get you a ticket to a speaking gig he's got. That's all I can do.
You are the best!
David Barron,
David's
the most
amazing.
famous journalist in the
And I
settled
hear
system.
he's single.
Welcome to SSNN.
Same shit. New news. I feel like there's gonna be some good acronyms for that.
Do you have a story for me or not? Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Well, it's nice to meet you too.
Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you work, really work, for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things.
Time for Piper interview. My life has gotten very weird and interesting lately.
Sounds like an old pickup line. But it really has, hasn't it? I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me?
So do I get money from this? Sure, the Crimson Fleet attacked an Argos mining facility on Vectera, and I was there.
Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Tell them about the ore. That was quite a lucrative operation.
Oh, so she doesn't want us telling them about what Constellation wanted there, which was the artifact. We were mining beryllium, iron, and some very rare materials. Easy credits for them.
Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group?
I ran the whole dig. I was one of the miners. Yeah, we'll just tell them the truth.
Huh. I didn't realize Argos extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
Let's see. Oh, we got even more down here. I have a feeling that Sarah does not want us talking about Constellation, so... The mining crew band together and fought them off with mining lasers.
Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
Hey, 500 credits, not bad.
You have another story for me?
So I can come back and tell her more and get more money later on. What are you working on right now?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
Oh, quest time. I could do them for you.
Would you really? I'd owe you big time if you did. You've been a huge help on my other story.
Excuse me? Why did we just escape?
I'm sure you'd do great.
I didn't even have my hands anywhere near the keyboard. Crazy. Yeah, sure.
Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
Okay, I already have met some of these people. Interesting. This has to be for a quest later on to, like, hack their systems or something. So there's no other door here. I can't go any further in anywhere. It's just this one gigantic room.
Administrations come and go in the big city, but SSNN is here to stay.
Not like a back door or anything back here. Now we came from over here. I have the same issue, by the way, with having to escape multiple times to get out.
Did I scare you?
It's not great.
Oh, wow. That watch is super cool.
I like the advertisements. Like, all of them look very similar to real-world
File
stuff.
says you have a military background. Well, don't embarrass your old outfit. Stay out of trouble.
Valberg. They might be asleep now. Might be closed. Can I go in here? Oh, Argos Extractors, really? This is the company we were working for. This is the corporate office, I guess. I can just take all this stuff?
Hand it over.
Oh!
That's mine.
Shh, I didn't know. Sorry. It didn't say.
Nice try.
Oh no, all my stuff I stole.
Argos is a great place to work.
Okay.
I'm not just saying that.
Okay, so the red down arrow icon, that does mean stealing. I thought that's what it meant. I think that's what it meant. I don't know. Oh, it says steal right there. Yeah. Okay, so this I can just take. And this I can take, but this is stealing. Right. Yeah, so it's the red icon. Okay. Well, now I know. I mean, I knew it was stealing, but I didn't think anybody cared, you know, because like these I can just take. It doesn't make any sense.
Sorry, I could use a little time to focus on my work.
Okay. And I can't talk to you at all right? I mean, I would have gone stealthing if I had realized I was going to get caught. I knew they were like, they saw me, so I wouldn't, yeah. Would have been more careful. Can I not talk to you anymore?
You look familiar. Where do I know you from?
Well, I did just steal something from you and you kind of stole it back. I worked with Lynn on the Vectera job.
Oh, yes. Lynn mentioned hiring some brand new miner before she left for that job. I must have seen your picture in the contractor database. I take it this means the job's done then. Good to know. So what can I help you with?
Well, the Crimson Fleet kind of attacked us.
Oh, wow. That's terrible. Those pirates sure are getting bolder these days. Is everyone okay?
No, actually, some people died. Yeah, it was a mess. Blood everywhere. I've never seen such carnage. Pretty sure some people died.
Oh my, how horrifying that must have been to deal with. I'm glad you're safe now. I hope that experience won't turn you off working for us in the future. And of course, we'll make sure to pay our respects to the victim's family.
I'm very interested in that whole pay part. You wouldn't, like, have any money for me? So, what's next for Argos?
We just picked up several more contracts. Risky stuff, if I'm being truthful, but we position ourselves to take advantage of jobs like that. Think asteroid mining and other tough jobs. The next few years are going to be interesting for Argos.
Do you have roles for me? Or do you have jobs for me? What is Argos known for?
As a former contractor, I'm surprised you don't know. We take on jobs that others won't, whether they're far away, extra tough, or just plain dangerous. And we always get the job done on schedule at a lower cost than our competitors.
Okay, I already know this stuff, but just in the off chance that she has a quest for me.
I book and process our jobs, manage the schedule on a broad scale, and interface with new clients. We're a small company, so a lot of us administrative types wear a lot of hats, as they say.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by.
No quest.
Kind of wish I could take the rest of the day and go work outside.
There are missable conversation options. Yeah, I think there are. And I think that it's more of like, it's much more similar to like a New Vegas. Hello, new person.
Ever been to Sidonia? My brother works there.
Can you recommend anything to do in New Atlantis?
There's a huge tree in the Embassy District, across from the mass station. Trust me, it may sound dumb, but I think everyone should see it at least once when they're in the city. It's so cool. Or maybe I just love trees.
You like living here?
Oh, sure. There's always tons of travel into New Atlantis, so there's no shortage of people to meet. I love talking with the new people and hearing about their journeys. Not to mention, it's also nice and safe. Unlike my brother's job.
Quest time. Are you worried about your brother?
Of course. He's a Marine stationed in Sidonia. My whole family is worried about him. My dad worked his butt off so that we could all have safe jobs here in New Atlantis. But Chris ran off to Sidonia the first chance he got. He says he's okay, and that he loves his job and all that. But I don't think he understands how hard this is on our family.
I mean, he's his own guy, you know? He'll be okay.
I hope you're right. I just have such a hard time believing that, though. But, oh my, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dump all of that onto you. It just feels good to get it all off my chest.
Okay, but I have no quest then? Alright.
Hope to see you again soon.
Maybe I had to pick the other option to get her to have me go look up on him or whatever. Felt like we were gonna go and meet this guy. It's an interesting front door. The whetstone. You sell melee weapons or something?
Welcome to Whetstone.
Okay, I can't interact with you. There we go.
If you're looking for the best cut of meat in the settled systems, look no further.
Does all your food come from local sources?
You must be joking. I have an exclusive contract with the Trade Authority. It's all shipped in from off-world. And no, I'm not divulging the planet of origin.
What do you got?
I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
Okay. Random stuff. Baguettes, first thing. Got any more of that? Oh yeah, this is the good stuff we drank earlier. It gave us a whole bunch of damage resist. But I don't really want to spend my credits on that. I want to save them and then buy that nice gun. I have like nothing to sell, so you know.
When's the report due anyway?
I don't know.
I think I almost prefer exploring around here at night because the way everything is lit up and everything, it looks cool. More coffee.
The sales keep
Hi there.
climbing.
Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help?
There are two
Nah, I'm good.
locations in New Atlantis?
Yes, and the sales in the fest didn't dip at all when the second store opened.
Impressive.
Times change, but one thing's constant. People need coffee.
Very true. What does this say? Infinity Limited? What is this place? What do they sell?
You got this?
Easy for you to say, top of the class.
Infinity is huge, like staggeringly huge. They need people like you, even with your grades.
Yeah, I'm sure a junior assistant is vital.
It's your foot in the door. Showing us.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters.
I can see how you...
We don't get very many visitors here. It really makes the day crawl by. All visitors are by appointment only, I'm afraid.
So I can't go in. Restricted, entrance restricted. Oh, okay. Probably have a quest with him later on. I just jump in the water? I suppose I probably could. It's a Bethesda game after all. They give you freedom like that. I already saw Outland. This is the UC place. Okay, we're back in the lower level now. There's the bank.
Bobby mentioned he met you.
Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced.
Now we're back over by the church.
Yes, what?
Freestar Collective Embassy. Okay, I've heard of them
Maybe
too.
we should stop for a moment at the memorial. You know, to pay our respects. Hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.
Where is the memorial, though? I'll stop by and take a look, sure. Let's go in first. Talk to them first. We're already here. If I can talk to them. Maybe I can't because it's nighttime.
Unless you've got embassy business, I suggest you mosey along.
Pretty nice, lobby area, though. Armistice Archives.
Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet.
both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So, the two parties came together to negotiate the terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes would be capped, mechs and xeno-weapons outlawed, and all research related to those fields would be kept under lock and key in their own special archive, which actually rests below our feet as we speak. And while these new restrictions transformed the settled systems overnight, entire economies were upended with the flick of a pen. They also marked the start of something critical: cooperation between the United Colonies and the Free Star Collective for the first time in decades. A pledge between the powers for a more harmonious future. Thank you for listening. There was a lot of debate as to where the archive should be built. It was a gesture of good faith from the Free Star Collective that it was built here.
So the Free Star Collective and the UC were at war. Two different colonizing forces in the systems.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't sell to you. UC citizens only.
Ah, I think I understand. And the cost to put me down as a citizen would be what exactly?
Sir, bribery is a crime in the colonies.
Fine. Perhaps I'll just be having a chat with your superiors then. Good day. UC and her damned regulations.
UC homes can only be purchased by UC citizens, so you know up front.
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course.
Welcome to Feeling Realty. I'm Zera, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in
Could you
today?
turn around?
Looking to settle down, or move up in the world, or just window shopping?
I guess not. I just wired in.
That's fine. It happens all the time. I never mind an opportunity to chat with someone new. I'm here if you have any more questions, or if you'd like to look at properties.
Okay, what do you have for sale?
Okay, let me just pull up your data. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're not a United Colony citizen. I'm afraid property ownership here in New Atlantis isn't available to you. If you take the exciting step of becoming a citizen, we'll be here for you.
Okay, so
Enjoy your time.
we
in New
can't buy
Atlantis.
from them until we're a UC citizen. I wonder if being a UC citizen excludes us from being part of the Free Star Collective, though. Oh, there's the memorial. There are actually names here.
His client is requested while on memorial grounds.
So don't talk to him, in other words, which is what we just tried to do.
Especially if the people doing the hiring are the same.
It's just an idea. I know the company has certain standards, but we need to think outside of the box.
Okay, this is where we came in from. There's Mast. Didn't they say there was like? Is this the giant tree they were talking about? I mean, okay, it's a big tree.
Their next fix. A petition has reached 100,000 signatures.
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis.
The Chunk spokeswoman said,
Can you imagine
holiday
all the
chunks
changes
require
it's
special
seen?
ingredients we can only get during that magical time of year.
Hi. Or not.
I'm sorry. I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
You're staring at a tree.
I am not staring. I am analyzing. This is important xenobiological work. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
I've passed by this particular tree many times, and honestly, I never gave it a second thought. Does it hold some sort of special significance?
Finally, somebody understands. Unless, wait, you're not mocking me, right? People. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
If there's something in me, or something in me, if there's something in it for me, then sure.
A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So, are you on board?
Yeah, sure.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
A run and fetch quest, huh? Gonna be a lot of running around, I'd assume, though.
It's a privilege to be able to work for the UC government.
Okay, we got quest markers all over the place here. I'm just gonna go to one of them. This one's close by. Oh, but it's actually going onto a train, though. Do I want to leave? Where's this going to? No, I'll wait on that for now, then.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis.
Okay, go to this one. This is, I have no idea how far it is. I haven't gone to Mast, though. Mast.
Zera, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
Who are the Vanguard?
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
Okay, yeah, sure, sign me up.
Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all. Do well. You'll be out there keeping the peace in no time.
Don't forget, John. I need him back after you wrap him in that fancy get-up of yours.
Don't worry, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. First things first, head down to the orientation hall and get signed up at the registration terminal. System will walk you through the rest. Oh, and if you got a bounty, well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join. But if you've got any questions, I can get you sorted.
Wonder if that stealing episode is gonna put a bounty on us.
If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby.
Oh man, a lot of different floors here. Orientation halls where we're supposed to go, though. The FPS immediately jumped by like 50 in here.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
I highly doubt they got everybody. I'm sure some were left behind. Probably a darker story there. Okay, keep going, I guess.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more: independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Barron, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
Right, you give people the leave to go ahead and form their own places. I mean, they're going to form other factions, they get bigger, and then conflict's going to arise eventually. History of the Narian War. Beginning in 2196, the Narian War, humanity's first large-scale conflict among the stars, is remembered as a defining moment of the settled systems. As the first major conflict to make extensive use of grav-jump-enabled ships, the Narian War was less defined by key space battles and more by an extended cat-and-mouse interplay between the two powers, as the well-armed and professional UC Navy tried again and again to pin down the piecemeal but savvy Freestar fleet. Unable to strike the killing blow, the UC resorted to ever more severe tactics to try and drive the collective to capitulate, but without success. In fact, after many long years of war with little to show for it, even the populace of the UC itself began to turn against the cause, with protests roiling even New Atlantis, the citizenry demanding the war finally come to a humane close. So, when at long last the final blow was struck, with the UC Navy finally cornering and obliterating the Freestar fleet in 2216, it was a hollow victory. It was from the resulting negotiations, the Treaty of Narian, the settled systems as we know them today emerged, both literally and figuratively. Despite winning the war, the UC found themselves in an unenviable position, painted as a brutal aggressor even in their home systems. So in the spirit of unity and lasting peace, the UC agreed to the demands of the Freestar Collective and the Narian settlers whose collusion triggered the conflict in the first place and handed over Narian to the Collective as they had requested at the start of the hostilities, including the clinic, medical star station, creating the Freestar Collective as we know it to this day. So they started this whole war over this, and the UC beat them, but then agreed to their terms after beating them and causing all that bloodshed. In return, the UC demanded two concessions. The first was payment for damages done in the form of mineral rights on multiple worlds across the galaxy. The second, more significant demand was that no great faction may ever colonize more than 3 systems. The UC would have Alpha Centauri, Sol, and Wolf, and the Freestar Collective, Cheyenne, Voli, and Narian. The Freestar Collective agreed to these terms, creating and codifying into law the settled systems as we know them today. The Treaty of Narian has since become the foundation of all contemporary political relations, and its only official violation, the cause of the galaxy's greatest conflict, the Colony War. To learn more about the Colony War, please proceed to the Conflict Among the Stars mural. Only 3 systems, it seems like not a lot, you know? The Serpent's Crusade.
Beginning in 2240, House Barron forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Barron in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Barron finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Barron who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Barron's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
So, Serpent's Crusade, Serpent cultists, bad guys. Did we go through all this already? I think we did. Okay.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narian Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs. Even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The Colony War was a horrible conflict that irreparably wounded the settled systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
Was the history of Earth covered? Yeah, the Earth was basically abandoned because its magnetosphere collapsed, probably due to pollution and such, and we had to leave it, pretty much. And New Atlantis was formed, I think, as one of the first settled systems, and then basically Multiple factions arose out of that, and conflict inevitably ensued. Battle of Nera.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
I can't wait to visit. This is the xenobiological.
Some UC general that condemned Londinian gave it over to these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war. Might have gotten off too lightly.
One of my slates said terramorphs can control people's minds. But that can't be true.
So there's some pretty messed up stuff out there in the galaxy on some of these worlds that are left behind. Death claws in space, basically.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city seemingly out of nowhere on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Oh, we're definitely going to go there. 100% we're going to go there. It's going to be like a high-level endgame area, probably.
My last science papers have been on terramorphs.
So we heard about a terramorph. One got loose on the moon of Crete, the first like little moon that we visited, kind of a side quest area. And it tore through the people there and was out in the wild, I guess. And that was just one.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xenoweapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the Armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
The lore so far in the history is really good. Like, I'm really, really digging what they've done so far with this. Now that I've dug into it a bit deeper. It's so reminiscent of Like, this reminds me so much of Mass Effect 1. You know, they're just setting up the world for us here for what's going to be, I'm sure, a long series. So many people make comparisons to this game to No Man's Sky or Elite Dangerous, and I don't think that's the right comparison. I think that they were much more going for Mass Effect with this. I mean, not trying to be Mass Effect, but that's what I'd compare it to.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Citizenship is guaranteed if you serve. Totally Starship Troopers, a little bit inspired there, and I love it. I love it.
No one is born a United Colonies citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Okay. Masked Vanguard Pilot Simulator. Okay, so that's the end of the history. That was really, man, I didn't expect all of this coming in here. That was really interesting. Really good. Would you like to know more? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Frank. So would these people to be the Brotherhood of Starfield, the Brotherhood of Steel of Starfield? I don't know. Not really. I mean, it seems more like both sides have done wrong, you know? Both sides have I mean, the Freestar Collective is who violated the agreement, right? And the UC came down on them pretty hard, but they were too judicious in their crushing of them, and they ended up granting them freedom in the end. I don't know, like, it's just really good, yeah. I really, really enjoy this lore so far.